Hey, Jabari, going back to last week, Coach told us as a former player himself, he tells you guys, you're not going to be able to tune out the noise. You're going to hear stuff. You're going to hear about how big this game is or how great you guys are. But keep preparing the same way. Is that now that you're in the top 10 for the second week in a row, is that easy to do? I mean, coming from where this program has come from?
I think it should be easy. Just keep doing what we've been doing. We've been on the other side of it where we had to block noise out, whether it be negative comments. So all we know is just our identity is just work and just play like it's no tomorrow. So I think we'll be just fine.
Jabari, Coach Heupel said he thought your last game you ran as physical as you have. How do you evaluate, now that you watched the tape and everything, and how you performed in that Florida game?
I think the O-line did a good job of giving me seams to run through. My main focus was just getting downhill and just hitting the hole hard. I know in the SEC those holes they close pretty quickly. So, and I was just ready to get back on the field. I was just happy to be back out there.
How'd you utilize your non-football time in your open week, and did that include much college football?
Yeah, I watched some college football. Mainly I just got a lot of rehab and treatment. But yeah, I watched a lot of college football. I felt like a fan again, so it was fun.
Heupel talks about how aggressive the front four is for LSU, for your line, especially the running back unit. And how do you think you're going to be able to match up against them and hopefully get those long runs in there every once in a while?
Yeah, they're a good team. They're a good front seven, very physical, SEC type of opponent. I think we saw a good bit of that against Pitt and Florida. So it's just the next challenge. We can't think too much about it. Just play and compete to the highest level.
When you guys have to go on the road and deal with the crowd noise and that sort of thing, is the up-tempo easier to run than if you huddled? How does the crowd noise affect the communication?
I think it has its advantages on the road, but like I was saying earlier with some of my teammates, it doesn't matter what time of the day or where we at. It's a away game, SEC opponent. It's going to be a hostile environment, so we just got to stick to our identity, which is the tempo, and hopefully we'll make more plays than they make.
Obviously, the team's been operating maybe a little differently with Tillman kind of questionable at the moment. How is it, though, within this offense to kind of have that next man up mentality and really be able to utilize some of the depth you all have?
Yeah, it's talent all across the roster. Ramel stepped in and did a good job last week, played confident, didn't think too much. I think that's just the name of the game. Honestly, the next man has to step up. It can't be any fall off. So we believe in Ramel just like we believe in Cedric. So everybody across the board is just next man up mentality.
LSU's defense is one of the best in the nation at forcing fumbles. They lead the nation in fumble recoveries. How important is it for you guys to, obviously, it's always important for ball security, but more important is ball security this week?
It's very important. The smaller things in these big games and these tight, close-knit games, they mean the difference of the game sometimes. So we got to be on our P's and Q's and just lock into the fundamentals. Taking care of the ball, making sure we're blocking, making sure we're finishing runs. So all those little things, they add up in big games, and they're a good team. So we got to make sure we do what we do.
Jabari, how'd your trash talking with your uncle go after the Florida game?
It's still going on. It was fun, man. Anytime I could one-up my uncle, I'm going to take full advantage of that. So it was fun, crazy experience.
Anything else for Jabari?
LSU is going to be the third top 25 opponent you all face this season. Do you kind of enjoy the gauntlet that this schedule feels like? How do you all thrive in these situations?
I've learned to embrace it. Yeah, I think last year I noticed we had a pretty tough schedule, but that's just how Tennessee is. We play the best teams every year. Nothing's easy about our schedule. Nothing's easy about how we win. We have to earn everything. So I'm very excited about it, and it's a challenge.
Obviously, you play on the offensive side of the ball, but with Warren Burrell being out on the defensive side of the ball, looking from a broad picture, who have you seen step up into a leadership role on that side of the ball now with Burrell out?
In the secondary, all those guys stepped up. Kamal Haddon, Christian Charles, obviously Trey Flowers and Jalen McCullough played a lot of football, but a lot of those guys have stepped up. And like I said before, it's next man up mentality. We work hard across the board. It doesn't matter the depth chart. Doesn't matter the depth chart. So all those guys have stepped up tremendously.
You watch the games on Saturday, and there's a lot of you guys from the Memphis area. They're not only starting but playing big roles, playing key roles. When you sit back to think about it, on both sides of the ball, how unique, how cool is that?
It's real cool. I keep up with a lot of those guys, even at other colleges. It's amazing just to see how fast it happened. I remember Memphis used to be a basketball city. Now I turn on football anywhere. Somebody from Memphis that I grew up with playing basketball with. So it's a very cool dynamic, and I keep in touch with a lot of those guys. So, yeah, it's cool.
The bye week probably came at a good time. Just what was kind of the main focus and then the focus heading into this game week now?
Yeah, bye week was good. It did come at a good time. We got some guys banged up, got them guys to get healed up. Just get a mental break, from college football. Got to sit back and watch some games. So it was all good, man. And just now we're in the thick of it now. So we're now going to a stretch, going into a lot of conference play. So, man, we're ready to rock and roll.
Jerome, what are the challenges of this LSU defense? Been pretty aggressive and creating some turnovers and some forced fumbles. Know they're pretty decent up front. What have you seen on film?
Yeah, on film, man, they're big, long guys. They play really hard. The latest game they just played, Auburn, they were down. Really late, and they fought back and ended up winning that game. So, man, they play really hard, extremely hard. They're big up front, really smart in the back end. So, man, it's gonna be a huge challenge for us, especially on the road, especially going to their place, man. It's gonna be tough, but man, we gotta come and accept the challenge.
Maybe just hang out back here. They obviously call it Death Valley, but how has this season especially kind of prepared you for those more intense environments?
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a challenge. They have passionate fans, very similar to ours. So it's gonna be loud, regardless of kickoff time. So honestly excited. The whole team is excited to go down there. A lot of guys, a lot of us first time going. So that's gonna be exciting. Man, we're just ready to rock and roll, ready to get back and start playing again. Bye week was good, but man, we're ready to start playing football again.
Jerome, considering the opponent, the Florida game is probably your guys' best game running the football, 200 plus, 5 yards a carry. What was clicking? What was going right that day that you guys can learn from?
I would say for up front, just being able to move those guys, getting on double teams, being able to recreate a lot of scrimmage, open up scenes for Jabari and Jay Wright and those guys to hit it, and they did, as well as Hendon being able. We had some quarterback design runs, and man, we block it up right, get the hats on hats, man, and man, he's a great player, electric player. So him with the ball in his hands helps us out a lot too. So and even time when he rolls out and gets out, so man, he's a great player. So he helps us out a lot in the run game as well.
Jerome, a lot of coaches talk about, hey, we need 6, 7, 8 offensive linemen, but you guys have been rolling with the same 5 for a while. How big of a difference does it make to have that continuity?
Oh, it's great. And you build it in the offseason. You build it not necessarily on the field, but off the field. Returning 4 of us, coming back, and adding Mincy. It's been great. Just bringing in Mincy, bringing in and just even the other guys as well. Just really getting close and really getting tight with our guys, and as well as, man, when we go to work, man, we're going to work as a group, as a unit, especially in this offense. We have to be able to communicate at a fast pace, and man, and when everybody's playing together in one, man, we're clicking and we're rolling. So it's been great.
Jerome, I know you said irregardless when the time of the game is, but you guys practice in the morning, so you're on the practice field around 8 and up at it early. To play early, I mean, is this kind of just routine for you guys to be able to play at 11 and practice Monday through Friday at around 8:30 to 9?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be great. I think we're definitely prepared for it. Me personally, I love noon games. Love get as soon as you wake up, pregame meal, get ready to roll to the stadium, and get it on. So I think it's gonna be a great challenge for us because those guys will be ready too. And then, like I said, they're a good football team. So we have to come and be able to play. We can't sleepwalking out there. So it's gonna be a big challenge for us.
I didn't see much of it last season, but this season it seems like the offensive linemen are enjoying touchdowns more than ever before. What's the difference this season that makes, especially guys like Spraggins and Mincy, go up to the crowd and celebrate so much?
Playing this offense is fun, and the scoring touchdowns are hard. Man, those guys are good trying to stop us. So, man, anytime you get the chance to get your guys in the end zone, man, it's great. And so, man, our coaches emphasize, man, go celebrate with your guys. Enjoy it, man. This game is hard. This is a hard game, man. It's a battle of highs and lows. And so whenever you get a chance to go score, it's still a game, man. Go have fun. Go celebrate with our guys. And I think that's what we enjoy doing. And so we love those guys too. Just seeing them score, man, it's amazing. So.
Jerome, you mentioned it's going to be the first time in Baton Rouge for some of you guys. How important is that for student athletes when, in the football schedule now, you don't see some teams in the league? I know that'll probably change in the future, but how much do you guys cherish these new venues you get to go to?
I think it's awesome. Me growing up as a kid, I love watching SEC football. That's all I watched. And so, you see these things on TV, you see it, and you actually go get to do it now as a player. Man, it's amazing. A little bit about me, like my whole family's from Louisiana, so it's gonna be. I'm excited to go down there and see my fam and just play in that stadium. As well as for the young guys. Young guys get to check this off the the list of stadiums they've been to, and that's amazing. It's a great conference, and you go against great players, and man, these programs that we play at and play against, man, they're big programs, and it's just some lifelong things that you can always remember, and just tell your kids and all your families and friends that you played there and show them. So it's amazing.
Anything else for Jerome? All right. Thanks, everybody. That's it for today.
Thank y'all.